Right. We just started the PPC, the production possibilities curve. Last week, due to the bad weather, we wanted to stop the class in between, right? So today, the PPC properly, we will try to cover. And last class, I said that when you come to the topic, right? When you come to the topic, production possibilities curve, first of all, you must understand what is the meaning of production. Production is the process where the inputs are converted into output. Production possibility in the sense, that means in a country, if the production is possible means what? You have right? You have enough resources, okay? You have enough resources. At the same time, you have the supporting technology. Remember, you have the resources and you have the technology. These two you have. That is what you say the production is possible. Production possibility curve when you discuss possible. Now, there is a possibility for production means what? You have resources to produce and you have sufficient technology to produce. You have resources to produce and you have sufficient technology to produce. And this one, when you present in a graph, that is the one we say production possibilities curve. Okay, right. Then listen. See this. What is production possibilities curve? Everybody try to understand carefully. If there is any doubt, please stop me and ask whatever the doubts you all have. Production possibilities curve. Or you can say production possibilities frontier. Or production possibilities boundary. Can be defined as a graph that explains the maximum possible output of an economy at a given price in a given time period. So there's a small correction there. The maximum possible output. Okay. So please correct that. Production possibilities curve can be defined as the graph that explains the maximum possible output of an economy. Small correction there. With all the available resources and given with all the available resources and given technology. Understood? Production possibilities curve, production possibilities boundary, or production possibilities frontier can be defined as a graph that explains the maximum possible output of an economy with all the available resources and given technology. That means an economy has some resources, and it has some technology. With all the available resources and with all the technology, the possible amount of production is the one we say production possibility. This production possibility, when we show, that is the one we say production possibility curve. So listen carefully. In order to draw the production possibilities curve, there are some assumptions. See this. In order to draw the production possibilities curve, there are some assumptions. So what are the assumptions we have? Fixed supply of resources. Carefully understand. This is very much a popular topic in the past papers. Regularly we have got past paper questions under this. What are the assumptions of drawing a PPC? What are the assumptions of drawing a PPC? Very much carefully understand. Number one, fixed supply of resources. Students, I hope you all can understand the meaning of assumption. Assumption means not practical, but to discuss certain concepts, we are taking that they are practical. Assumption சொல்றது உண்மையில practical இல்லாதது. ஆனா நாங்க சில concepts படிக்கிற நேரம் அந்த assumptions உண்மைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்க எடுக்கிறோம். Can you understand? First one, fixed supply of resources. So what do you mean by that? Now you can find this information in different words also in some books. That means constant factor endowment or constant resources, like that and all different terms they may use. So carefully understand. Fixed supply of resources means, now you know resources means what? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. These are the four factors or resources in a country: land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. These are the four factors. So for example, in a country, 100 units of land, 200 units of labor, 300 units of capital, and 400 units of entrepreneurship, like that we'll assume. Then how much is the total? 1000 is coming, no? 1000 is coming. So the total resource available in this country is how much now? 1000. Land 100 units, labor 200 units, capital 300 units, entrepreneurship 400 units. How much is the total now? 1000. How much is the total? 1000. So in this country, fixed supply of resources means what? In the 1000 units of resources one day will not increase, at the same time will not decrease. These resources are not increasing, at the same time they are not decreasing. Again, the land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship total how much? 1000. No, the 1000 one the kudavum maatadu korayavum maata. This is what we say fixed supply of resources. If you see the practical scenario, practically some resources are there, they will increase. At the same time, some resources may decrease. For example, let's say labor, there are 200 laborers. Sometimes around 20-30 laborers may migrate to foreign countries. Then what happens? Labor decreases. Not only that, several people from foreign countries may come to our country. Then laborers will increase. Even the land also like that. Capital also like that. Entrepreneurship, the business owners know, the entrepreneurs, then several business owners may close down their businesses and may go to foreign countries and start their own venture. This all happens practically. இதெல்லாம் நடக்கும். ஆனா இங்க assumption நாங்க என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? Fixed supply of resources. இந்த land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. இதோட total வந்து ஒரு நாளும் மாறாதுன்றதுதான் fixed supply of resources. But internally there can be some changes in the resources. For example, the labor over 50 reduce ahi and the 50 entrepreneurship or add ahi. Then what happens? Total 1000. Is it clear for you? So that 1000 will not change, right? So land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Did you understand the first assumption? Anybody having doubts in the first assumption? Let's come to the second assumption. Fixed technology. In a country, certain technology will be there. That technology is not growing. There is no technological growth. At the same time, there is no technological downfall. Technology will not grow. At the same time, it will not reduce. ஒரு country உள்ள technology வந்து grow ஆகிறதும் இல்ல, reduce ஆகிறதும் இல்ல. ஒரு country உள்ள technology வந்து grow ஆகிறதும் இல்ல, reduce ஆகிறதும் இல்ல. This is the one fixed technology. Can you understand the meaning of fixed technology? Fixed technology. Now I said earlier, resources will not change. That means fixed supply of resources. Internally, it can change, right? entrepreneurship to say for example, some of the people who are doing a business, they may close their business and may go to work somewhere. About 20 people closing the business and joining in the labor force. Then what happens? They are in the labor. Happens, no? Right. So second assumption, fixed technology. But practical technology improve technology problems practically. But assumption of PPC states that technology is in the fixed level, not improving, not going down. Third, full employment and productive efficiency. So about this, I'm not going to discuss here. Reason, our next heading is that. The next slide, the heading is that. Then fourth one, only 2 goods are produced. Practically, if you see, there are so many products made in a country, but assumption says that only 2 goods are produced. That number is not increasing. That means if you take a PPC, we are showing 2 axes. One is X and the other one is Y, like we can see. Right. Now see, only 2 goods are produced in the sense, only 2 goods are produced means, say for example, one product is rice, the other product is tea. So then rice and tea, 2 products. This is how we are showing. Don't worry, I will explain this, right? Then third one, don't worry about this. I didn't explain the third one. Third one is our next heading. Out of these 4 assumptions, only the third assumption I didn't explain because there is a separate heading for that, right? Okay. Now understand carefully. 4 assumptions. There are 4 main assumptions of drawing a PPC. Number 1, fixed supply of resources. Number 2, fixed technology. Number 3, full employment and productive efficiency. Number 4, only 2 goods are produced. Fixed supply of resources, fixed technology, full employment and productive efficiency. Only 2 goods are produced. What about the fourth one? Practically, or country, how many products are made? There are numerous products. Definitely more than 2. No. Products. Practically, there are products more than 2. But assumption says that there are only 2 goods are produced. Assumption. Assumption practical illa. Assumptions means what? The things which are not practical, but we are taking them as practical. Understood? Right. So assumptions of drawing PPC clear. Now we'll come to the next heading, full employment and unemployment. This is careful heading. Full employment and unemployment. First, let's see optimum utilization of resources. Optimum utilization of resources without compromising the needs of future generations is called as full employment. What is full employment? Optimum utilization of resources without compromising the needs of future generations is called as full employment. For example, in a country, there are 100 units of resources. In the 100 units, full use panni nanga produce panna, adatha full employment. See this optimum utilization of resources. In a country, ella resources full use panni produce pandradhan full employment. Optimum utilization of resources without compromising the needs of future generations. Resources full use panni produce pandradhu unmana. We have to do it. We want to do that. Anyway, when we are using all our resources fully and produce, because of this, future generations must not be affected without compromising, otherwise without sacrificing, without giving up the needs of future generations is called as full employment. I have a simple example on the children. Let's say, for example, there is a forest. It's a resource, no? So as people, we have to get maximum use of this forest. The forest irundhu ella use naanga maximum edukonu. Idha naanga full employment solrom. Ana after taking the maximum use from this forest, we want to leave this forest that must be used by the others in future. The forest irundhu ella benefits ayum eduthittu, you should not set fire this forest, no. The forest neenga patta vechittu varapadadu. Enda ipo ulla generation neenga, you are getting the maximum benefit from this forest. Eduthittu the forest neenga vekkonum yaarukku, for the people who come later, the next generation must get this. Idathan full employment solra. Some people in the optimum utilization of resources mattum dhaan full employment appdi nenikku. Unmela adu mattum illa. Optimum utilization of resources eppadi nadakonum without compromising the needs of future generation. இப்போ உள்ள ரிசோர்சஸ் நாங்க ஃபுல்லா யூஸ் பண்ற நேரம் அடுத்த ஜெனரேஷன்ஸ்க்கு ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லாத மாதிரி நாங்க என்ன செய்யணும், ரிசோர்சஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். இதைத்தான் நான் ஃபுல் எம்ப்ளாய்மென்ட் சொல்றேன். நான் ஒரு இன்ஃபார்மல் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்றேன். ஒரு இன்ஃபார்மல் எக்ஸாம்பிள். Say for example, you all are representing different schools, right? Or else you will be enrolled to different schools later on because A-level is going to start. Right? Right. The word is asked. Can we say this as sustainable development? Of course. Full employment must be supported by the sustainable development. Full employment must be supported by the sustainable development, right? But sustainable development has many components also that we have in the syllabus later. Okay. Right. Now, you know, example children. For example, your A level carries over. The final day at your school. The final day at your school. On the final day, you all break all the furniture in your classroom. Chairs, table, desk, there will be fan, blackboard, whiteboard, chalk, marker, many things will be there. Full employment. Do we say this as full employment? No. Full employment means what? உங்களோட கிளாஸ் ரூம்ல நீங்க படிக்கிற நேரம் அந்த கிளாஸ் ரூம்ல மேக்ஸிமம் பெனிஃபிட் நீங்க எடுக்கும். From the table, chair, desk, whiteboard, marker, chalk, எல்லாத்துல இருந்து you have to get the maximum benefit as much as possible. After that, after you have left from that classroom, your juniors will come and study in that classroom. For them you must not harm anything. நீங்க படிச்சு முடிச்ச உடனே அந்த furnitures நீங்க அப்படியே வெச்சிட்டு வரோம். இதுக்கு பேரு தான் optimum utilization of resources without compromising the needs of future generation. இந்த without compromising the needs of future generations ஓட part இல்லாம just merely the optimum utilization of resources from the full employment னு சொன்னா அது perfect ஆன full employment. We got a past paper question in 1995 as well as in 2006. Same question repeated in 2006. In the question, the summary and answer, it was 4 or 5 marks question. If all people utilize the resources fully at present, future generation will be affected. If all the people utilize the resources fully at present, future generations will be affected. So that full employment is not a good concept. Do you agree? Like that 4 marks. Full employment meaning olunga theriyadha oruthar enna seivar? Yeah, full employment is wrong. It's not good. Abdin argue pannu. Full employment na enna olunga therinja oruthar enna seivar? The correct meaning of full employment is optimum utilization of resources, but it should not compromise the needs of future generation. Ensuring the benefits to the future, we are using resources maximum at present is the correct meaning of full employment. Therefore, full employment is a good thing. Like that, you will conclude. Did you understand this first point? Any doubts you all have? So, if there are 1,000 units of resources, we must use all these 1,000. That is the one full employment. In case if you are not using the total of 1,000, it shows that you all are wasting resources. It shows that you all waste the resources. Can you all waste resources? Can't. Why? Resources are limited. You can't waste the resources because resources are limited. Right. Let's come to the next point. During the full employment, since all the resources are fully utilized, production cannot be increased further. இதுவும் முக்கியமான ஒரு point. During the full employment, since all the resources are fully utilized, production cannot be increased further. Why we say like this? Understand carefully. There are 100 units of resources. Using this 100, we are producing tea and rice. To produce tea, we have allocated 40 units of resources. And to produce rice, we have allocated 60 units of resources. 100 units of resources and we'll take it. The 40 and allocate panirum tea production. 60 allocate panirum rice production. 100 came, no, 100 came. Now, if you want to increase the production, we don't have any resources, right? Engal tea kradhe 100 tan. Adha 100 la vandu 40 enanga tea production ikum 60 rice production ikum utilize panniyaachu. Ipa to increase the production further, we don't have any extra resources. Appa during the full employment, since all the resources are fully utilized, production cannot be increased further. Right. Now, the second point, those who didn't understand the second point can ask the doubt. Now, see the third point. Third point. However, the production of one commodity can be increased by decreasing the production of the other commodity. What is the meaning of that? If 100 units of resources are there, the 100 la 40 for tea production, 60 for rice production, we have allocated. We have allocated 40 for tea production, 60 for rice production. Okay, now listen. Now listen. During the full employment, we can't increase the production further. Why? Totally, we have 100 units of resources and the 100 aim naanga utilize pannikram. Therefore, further we can't increase the production. See the last point. However, the production of one commodity can be increased by decreasing the production of the other. But rice production, sorry, tea production naanga increase pannom. Ipo enna seiyalumda? Around 10 units of resources from rice we can borrow and we can put here. Up idhila enna resource allocation ipa 50. Idhila enna resource allocation 50. Now here also what's the total? 100. Up enna vishayam ennanda? When there is a full employment, there is no any extra resource. Therefore, production can't be increased. Production of both the commodities can't be increased. But economy can do one thing. What is that? Oru product kootti innoru product enna seiyalum kurakki. Innoru product la irundha resources vandu oru particular product ku eduthittu appo இந்த particular product production enna seiyum kudu. Rice production la 10 resources naanga enna senjikrom? Tea production ku eduthikirom. So tea production now has 50 units of resources, whereas rice production now has 50 units of resources. That is what told in the last one. However, the production of one commodity can be increased by decreasing the production of the other commodity. So, that will make actual meaning ennanda by incurring an opportunity cost. Those who don't know the opportunity cost, there are some people who miss the beginning part. No, just understand. Pananga T and increase pannigram, price decrease pandanade, and the decrease pandadakku nanga showed opportunity cost. In my cover up class, I will discuss that in detail, right? Increasing one commodity by decreasing the other. Innor product nanga decrease pannama or a particular product, the production will increase panela during the full employment. Sure, no? Any doubts you all have?